The viewers did not get to hear about Hogjaw. Now they can see
Hogjaw's not going to be, it's going to come in at like the 90th minute of the show, and people are going to be like, "What?" Man.
All right.
You ever buy a beer blind and then get it home with a 6-pack and realize you don't like the taste of it? Like, when's the last time that really happened to you?
Oh, it happens every once in a while.
Yeah, this sour ale I got was not good.
Yeah, I've never been a big sour fan.
I mean, I like sour stuff, but this one, like, it actually, I don't know, it's like it doesn't have much flavor at all. It's just kind of nothing. It's weird. Wonder if my tastes have changed. I've had too much sour stuff.
Maybe.
Okay. Who's ready for a countdown?
Tastes more like a dry cider. It has like no fruit notes. It's like it's bothering me. It's like drinking a bad seltzer. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go get one of my backup beers. I'll be right back for the countdown.
I thought I was gonna have to get up for a second there because I couldn't find my Sharpie, but I found them. I have my note cards, so that's good. Oh man. Jesse, do anything fun for New Year's?
Not really. I went to bed early.
Yeah, we managed to stay up and watch the ball drop, but yeah, we didn't go out or anything. We just stayed home. Had a bottle of Prosecco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, just a nice little quiet evening in. You do anything fun for New Year's Eve, John?
Man, I have a 6-year-old and a less than 1-year-old. No.
You know I partied hard.
Exactly. Yeah. I got fucking trashed, man.
Bullshit.
No, my less than 1-year-old got a little crab toy for Christmas that runs around on the floor and plays a funny song. And I pretty much sat in the bedroom drinking beers and watching the kids fuck with that thing. And then we watched some movies in the lead up to New Year's. Jake actually managed to stay up all the way to midnight, which was kind of fun. He was really happy about it. And then afterward, I went over to my next door neighbor's house and tied a few on. So it was okay. It was nice.
Just real quick, speaking of crabs, I had the most Baltimore thing happen to me today.
Here we go.
So I'm taking Ripley on a walk, and she starts sniffing this pile of leaves, and she's really into it. I'm like, what is going on? And I look, and there's a pile of crabs in the leaves. Like, they blended right in.
But so like not living crabs.
No, but like somebody, I guess, dumped extra crabs.
Right. Yeah, they just dumped out their crab trash can. Oh, God.
Just in a pile of leaves.
Maybe they were Old Bay leaves.
Oh.
I mean, like, being in Florida, I'm used to every now and then just, encountering like a pile of oyster shells out near someone's trash. Like sometimes people just, or like in like the parking lot of an oyster bar, like they just throw that shit outside and don't actually throw it in the trash and it just becomes part of the parking lot. But crab shells in with the fall leaves is fucking weird. Like, I was just raking the yard and man, there were a lot more crabs in the yard than we thought. Been eating crabs all Christmas season, just throwing them over our shoulder.
Like boiled peanuts.
You fucking Baltimoreans, man. Yeah, exactly. Just, sucking those crabs out and just throwing them out the car window.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Just I have this image in my head of somebody driving with like a half a crab.
Cracking it with the thing and dipping it in butter. All right,
Best car ride ever.
I'm sure they had to put a law in the books, like they had to make that illegal. It's like you have to wear a seatbelt and not eat crabs while driving in Baltimore. No texting either.
Liberty.
Yeah, you can eat crabs hands free, but you can't fucking eat crabs and drive.
It's like one of those harmonica things that Neil Young uses.
Put a little crab in there. Oh God.
Oh.
Fucking Tom Petty driving down the road eating a crab. Oh, God. Rest in peace. Man. Well, yeah, Johnny, that's fucking what a weird thing to find. What a walk. Gross. I love it. And yes, Johnny, I am now ready for a countdown.
All right. Let's see here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year and welcome back to Game That Tune in the house for 2025 for the first and maybe last time. No, it's the first
Whoa.
time. It's January 1st, our first show of the new year. And man, it's going to be a great year of gaming and that tuning. It's your boy John Harrington here. I got John Regan with me. Say hey.
Hey.
And I got Jesse Moore with me. Say hey.
Hey.
Happy New Year, fellas. Good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Man, quite a long holiday we all took. You know, it's funny, like I think we always have the plans to make Game That Tune during the month of December, but something about life just gets in the way. And it's not just the fact that this December had Christmas and New Year's Eve on Wednesdays when we normally record the show. I just feel like, you know, the universe conspires against us to not make Game That Tune in December. So it's been a while since we've made the show, but I'm glad that we're back. Does everybody remember what we do on this show? It's it's been a little bit.
I think I know.
Yeah?
I think we each pick a theme, and then we each pick 3 games from the theme. And then the winner of the episode gets to pick 2 new themes for next week and the week after. Like, you get to pick the next 2 weeks of themes.
How do you win the show, though?
I think it's golf's rules, so it's least points.
Whoever has the fewest themes at the end.
Yeah,
it's game that theme is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's theme.
Yeah, we're doing a 12 theme playoff to determine a final theme. 8 of the themes got a bye week, and then we worked our way through December, and we've arrived at January 1st with 1 theme.
People love themes. It's all about the themes.
Exactly. People forgot it's supposed to be about the themes. No, it's actually about the tunes. We've got music from video games. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs that we've provided. We're going to goof off and have a lot of fun. Whoever guesses the most wins the show and gets to pick a singular theme for the next episode. And the person that won before we took most of the month off was me. It was me. I was like really racking my brain. Like, how did we get here? And our last episode was about games with downloadable content. And so me being the non-creative person that I am, chose games with no downloadable content. And so I'm either, we're going old school games that came out before, say, 2006 or so, or we're going games that are so new that they haven't had the chance to have downloadable content released yet, or we're doing some weird set of games from between 2006 and now that came out fully finished and didn't require any downloadable content, like actual just completed games. I think some of those happened in the last 20 years or so. I can't name any, but games without DLC or expansion packs, just, like done games.
Like perfect for the Amico.
Yes, whatever that means. The Jesse, what?
Someone knows.
Is that a sex thing, Jesse?
Almost. It's that weird console that Tommy Tallarico tried to make. One of their big selling points was all these games will be already complete, no DLC, no microtransactions, just good old-fashioned video games for you and your family.
Okay, now if Tommy had said, listen, we want games without microtransactions and loot boxes, that's fine with me. Like, yes, games should not just be gotcha machines for children. Like, all this, card packs and stuff, it's ruined Madden and FIFA. Or if you're EA, it's made you a fuckload of money and it hasn't ruined anything. but no, I'm sorry, you can't release a game without fucking having like a DLC planned or have to make an update to it. That's not how games work, Tommy Tallarico. So yeah, there will be Amico games. That's what we're doing tonight. Tommy Tallarico's Amico finally getting its moment in the spotlight. All these games are perfect for Amico. God, I hate saying it.
Yeah, I hate the word. Oh,
Yeah. I need something to get this this taste out of my mouth.
How about a voicemail?
What?
Yeah, my friend, he like texted me the other day, and he was like, "Hey, where are all the voicemails?" And I was like, "Oh, voicemail Tiger. I'm not sure. We'll find out if he's
We've been off all month. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We should have told you.
Yeah,
he's been showing up every
he
Wednesday.
kept showing up.
Sitting quietly in this chat. Hey, there he is.
Oh, hey
Hey.
guys, did you guys say voicemail?
We sure
Jesse did, I guess.
we sure did, voicemail Tiger. We got one now. Let's take a listen to it.
Oh,
Bananas.
oh,
Is that enough voicemail for you, voicemail Tiger?
that's pretty good. I do like bananas.
You just said doo-doo, voicemail Tiger.
Oh no,
we
I
got
did.
you there, man.
Please. My political career is over. Bye. Oh, there's voicemail Tiger. That was fun.
That's
That's
a
good,
wrap
yeah.
of voicemail Tiger.
Yeah. Good night, voicemail Tiger. Wow, what a voicemail to start us off. Fantastic tip off to this new year. So we're starting with games with no bananas, games with no DLC, and hopefully no more voicemail Tiger unless we get a one in the middle of the show and he comes back. So
Could happen.
we'll just see. But we gotta get to it. So Johnny, start the show.
Game 1.
All right, guys. So, fun little fact: this game did not become fully playable from start to finish until the last 48 hours of development. right, guys, who's got some guesses for me?
Oh yeah, big time guesses.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Jesse says Sonic 2 and John says Sonic 1. The correct answer is Sonic 2.
Fuck! I'm gonna admit I'm not in the like the strongest game that tune in headspace here. I was really hoping for a giveaway song, which all songs in Sonic 2 should be giveaway songs for us professional video game music guessers on Game That Tune.
Well, I did pick all the 2-player music, which is not the most popular way to play Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Damn it.
You know, I always like to play it by myself just because I thought it was so cool how like you could see both screens and the sprites were just, it seemed like a little pudgy because they were like more squat, you know, and it just looked neat. And I feel like the levels were a little different when you play 2-player. Or were they about the same?
So there were a few. So the level, I think, layouts were the same, but the like one big difference is all the item boxes are randomized, and there's items that only happen in 2-player mode, like the swap positions box.
Right, fuck that box. Yeah, it never worked in my favor. I was always way ahead.
Yeah, the key is just don't get any boxes.
Right.
Like you're better off not getting boxes.
But how can you resist that box, John?
Yeah,
You gotta know what's in the box.
yeah.
It's a cool sound.
It could be an invincibility. It could be. I think there's an instant death box in the 2-player mode. I think.
Mhm.
Oh,
It
good.
could even be a boat.
And so yeah, not a lot for the Sonic 2-player mode, but yeah. So Jesse, one thing that's actually interesting about it, you mentioned how everyone looks squished. So by default, the Sega Genesis, like most games, play in 240p, 240 lines. It would actually, for 2-player mode, switch to a 480 interlaced mode and basically have 2 copies running at the same time. So it would use the upper 480 of the usual 240 lines and the lower 480 of the usual 240 lines. So that's why it looks all squished.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because usually your TV, if you send it 240 lines, it kind of sort of like doubles them up a bit. So yeah, when you're sending instead 2 sets of 240, it's all squished and weird.
Damn, dude.
That's awesome.
Fucking talking lines here with Johnny.
Yeah.
Welcome to Scanline. Scanline that
Say it,
line.
yeah.
Scan that line.
Got it. You nailed it, Johnny.
So yeah, I like about 5 minutes before the show started, though, I did realize like, Sonic and Knuckles came out. I don't know if that counts as expansion for this game.
I mean, Sonic 2 and Knuckles is not a thing that we really think of.
No, because it's not called Sonic 2 Knuckles. It's called
I
Knuckles
know.
the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 2,
Well,
which is
see?
a
Yeah.
confusing title.
Hmm.
When you really think about it, because the title of the game is the character. So now you have
Knuckles in
Knuckles
Sonic.
is inside Sonic. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's concerning.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
how he
yeah.
got pregnant.
Concerning nothing. Fucking, one man's concern is another man's fantasy. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm not too worried about the fact that you can plug Sonic 2 into Sonic and Knuckles. What does it do? Like, is it literally just you play Knuckles in the Sonic 2 levels, or is there any like exclusive content besides that? Like,
So yeah, you get to play as Knuckles, and it changes some of the level layouts and adds some areas you can only get to with Knuckles.
oh, okay, damn, that's actually pretty significant. So you might have fucked this up bad, Johnny.
And it blew my mind as a kid because I was like, wait, what the fuck? That this area has been here the whole time with no way for me to get
No.
to it? Like, were they really planning this far ahead? Oh my god!
Yeah, no, they were not.
No, they did not know. The game modifies the level layouts and adds Knuckles areas. Oh, okay.
Now here's the question, Johnny. I did not set the theme as games with no expansion pack. I did say games without DLC. Was there ever the chance to download the Sonic and Knuckles edition to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, say via the Sega channel?
No, there was no ability to do that.
You're safe.
Yeah.
You're good.
I do wonder if, the fact that Sonic and Knuckles reads from Sonic 2 means it's downloading from Sonic 2? into the Sonic and Knuckles
Oh.
cart.
Whoa, so Sonic 2 is the DLC for Sonic and Knuckles?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me? Holy shit, Johnny.
Reverse DLC.
First DLC.
Yeah. Upload
Yeah.
the content.
Honestly, like shit.
Crazy, man. Yeah, we're getting into things I never thought we would here. Like,
Starting the new year right.
how do we find out like the answer to this, John? Like, we need to talk to like some serious Sega technicians
Yeah.
and
I think we
Find
just
out how
found
the-
it. I think.
yeah,
I
how
think
does
the answer-
lock-on technology interact? Like, how does that how does that make that happen?
Yeah, it has to read the cartridge that's plugged into it, and then it's got to
Mhm.
like copy some data out of that cartridge and then modify it before sending it on to the Genesis, right? So it's
True.
reverse DLC.
Damn.
Also,
how is
reverse
Game
DLC
Genie
the Game
formed?
Genie. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, Game Genie just puts things into your game. Or no, that's not really a description of what a Game Genie does. I don't know. Anyway, oh man, 90s technology. That's a topic we should deep dive into some other time. Perhaps throughout the history of the show, whenever Johnny picks a Sonic game, particularly Sonic and Knuckles. But man, yeah, Sonic 2. Do you feel like Sonic 2, Johnny, these days is a little bit underappreciated? Like, I know that no original Sonic game really goes unappreciated these days, but like thinking about like the way that Sega likes to make old references to things, like, do you feel like they kind of over reference Sonic 1 as opposed to Sonic's 2 and 3?
That's a good question. I think that of all
A lot of
the
people
games-
think of like Green Hill Zone, but not Emerald Hill Zone. I prefer Emerald Hill.
Yeah, I think because that's I think the more iconic zone from Sonic 2 is Chemical Plant, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like I actually just saw the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie in theaters, and during the little like Sega title card, they show a little bit of Sonic 1, Green Hill Zone. They show a little bit of Sonic 2, Chemical Plant Zone,
Makes
and then
sense.
straight into Sonic Adventure. I'm like, God damn it, where's Sonic 3?
Ah,
In the opening for the third Sonic movie, they don't show any clips of Sonic 3.
No,
Yeesh.
no, Sega I think like has kind of disowned Sonic 3 at this point.
That's fucked.
Like, so in terms of
Where do they think Knuckles came from?
right? Yeah, no. So I feel like that Sonic 2. A lot of people say Sonic 2 is their favorite Sonic game. I think Sonic 2 is probably the more overrated one. I think Sonic 3 is better.
Sure.
But a lot like Sonic 2 came with the console, so a lot of people had it.
Yeah.
And it did introduce a lot of cool features. I remember being blown away the first time I saw Sonic outrun the camera.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
when
that
Sonic
was
runs off the
crazy.
screen. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
Where'd I
incredible.
go?
You know where that happened for me the first time? Chemical Plant Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of a mind-blowing zone, kind of an iconic zone.
Yeah.
Strange zone to be iconic. Like, I feel like it's I don't know, there's something about Chemical Plant that that's probably the thing that comes back the most from Sonic 2. Because I feel like, that came back in like Sonic Generations, and you see that, industrial theme return more often than some of the other themes. Is it because no one remembers anything after Chemical Plant Zone, Johnny?
I think
Seriously, here's a lightning round. Name a zone in Sonic 2 that comes after Chemical Plant Zone. Jesse, you go first.
Casino Night Zone.
Okay, that's one.
Aquatic Ruin Zone.
Mm-hmm. Has that ever come back?
Mystic
That zone
Cave
sucks.
Zone,
What was that one, Jesse?
Mystic Cave Zone.
Yeah, did anybody ever play that one in anything but 2-player?
Well, you have to get through it to beat the game.
Do you?
Yes.
There's no warps in Sonic 2?
No warps at all. You just gotta
You can't
do it.
throw Sonic into that one part of the turbo tunnel and warp forward a couple of zones?
No
Hmm.
concept of that.
Then there's an ice level. I forget the name of that one.
See, you're already having to rack your brain, though. That's telling me that nothing is as iconic as Chemical Plant Zone.
Yeah, no. So you have launch.
Straight
Space,
facts.
you have launch space zone. You got Wing
Sonic
Fortress
3.
zone.
Wait, what?
Metropolis Zone.
Metropolis zone. There's no ice level in Sonic 3, Jesse. Or Sonic 2, Jesse.
Oh no,
was
no,
gonna say,
no.
I'm-
Okay, no, it's not ice. It's got like the mountains.
Oh, you're thinking of
Hilltop
Hilltop
Zone.
zone.
What is it?
Hilltop zone, which
Yeah,
is just
Hilltop
Emerald Hill
Zone.
zone with a different color palette.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hilltop Zone.
Some lava in it.
Yeah.
Then there's the oil one.
Oil Ocean Zone.
Mhm.
That's a
Oil
cool
Ocean.
zone.
Oh yeah, that comes back from time to time too.
No, I think here's why Chemical Plant is the iconic zone is
Drowning.
the drowning. No, so
And it's funny because it's like I recognize it in that, and then somehow I don't mind it, and then you get to Aquatic Ruin Zone. I'm like, wait, there's still more drowning in this game. Fuck this. Yeah, I don't want to ever play that level again.
but
You
so,
know, pillars and drowning. Boo that. Fuck.
but I think the reason Chemical Plant is iconic is Sonic 1 is a lot more mazy and explory. Like you don't actually run fast very often in Sonic 1. You're most of the time just kind of going, but not
Yep.
quick.
Hmm.
Sonic 2, the first level is, a lot like Green Hill Zone, right? And you go a little faster, whatever, and you got some cool tricks. But Chemical Plant is the first time where you have that, you got that giant ass slope at the beginning, and Sonic runs off the screen, and that I think sets the tone. Like, no, this game's fucking fast. Like, you are not just, you don't have anything at all like Labyrinth Zone in this game,
Right.
Those little
And
like,
it's better for
spiral
it.
things that you run down and
Yeah.
you see like, oh,
Yep.
and then you just
And-
go flying and then you end up on the wrong level, so you get trapped in the deep part of the water.
Yeah. Or there's those like the pipes that you jump into. You break the little thing, and it goes like.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, what is going on in this place? Like, it's fucking wild. I'm, what am I, a fucking bank deposit moving around like this? This is crazy ass shit.
Sonic and the
What I
pneumatic
thought about it when I was
tubes.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking this game's got a series of tubes. Man.
God, I would love it if when you make a bank deposit, that's actually what happened. Is it doesn't just go straight at the teller? It has to go
Dumps
all
all
over
your
the place
money
first.
in the chemical, goes into the chemical plant zone.
Yeah,
Your money drowns.
I was gonna say you put your tube in, you watch it go to the teller, and then you see water start rising in their booth. Like, oh no!
If you don't make that deposit right now, it drowns the teller.
All your money goes everywhere.
It's a weird bank, man.
She's
Kinda into
just
it, though.
dead.
All right, I guess I'm not getting a lollipop. We'll go.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, that's
uh,
why Chemical Plant is the iconic zone. Is this where it really like opens up, where it really shows you like, no, this game's fast. The camera can't keep up. Sonic's too fast for the camera.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
I think that's absolutely right, man. You
Yeah.
got it.
The most
And,
times Tails starts dying, and then you're like, that's fucking funny. This fucking Fox guy keeps dying. Then he shows back up. Then he just fucking dies again.
Yeah. Boom. Just keep hearing that little death sound off screen. Boom.
Oh, I was so disappointed when I found as a kid that you could play as Tails, but he doesn't have infinite lives.
Oh yeah.
Because when you play as Sonic and Tails, he always comes back. He's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, if you play as Tails on your own, like, no, you have 3 lives. Like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
Tails is not just the easy mode for the game.
Yeah.
Damn, I never thought about that. All right, yeah. I'm not sure the game conditioned me to expect that, Johnny, but yeah, now that you mentioned it, if he keeps on just coming back with his little helicopter tail every time he dies with Sonic, yeah, he should do that when he plays just him.
Yeah.
But
And also,
I'm not sure you were meant to expect that.
also disappointing though, and I do think I was meant to expect this is, when you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds of Sonic, you get Super Sonic.
Oh yeah, no
if you
Super
get
Tails though.
no Super Tails,
It's fucked.
that was so disappointing.
It's so fucked.
Well,
Ugh.
he's not a hedgehog.
So
It's not Super Hedgehog, it's Super Sonic. It's
yeah, exactly. Damn, Jesse, he got you there.
Does it work on other hedgehog or other non-hedgehogs?
I think it works on
Fucking.
anything with 7 Chaos Emeralds.
What about Knuckles?
Yeah,
Does he go super?
Knuckles goes Super and Hyper.
See,
Okay.
And if you
Mhm.
do lock on Sonic 3 to Sonic and Knuckles, you can get Super Tails after you get all 7 Chaos and all 7 Super Emeralds. Like, he's the most
Right.
hardest one to get.
Now, Johnny, here's a question. Going back to tying in the movie a little bit, and I know the
Incredible.
I know the pedantic answer to this. Is Shadow technically a hedgehog,
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
or is he some kind of like bio weapon or
No.
something? Is
I
he a
think
Mewtwo?
He's the ultimate life form.
Yeah,
Right. What is that? Is it a hedgehog?
He is.
Yeah.
I think he was created by people, right? So I do think he's closer to a Mewtwo than a Sonic.
Mhm. Okay. Just I'm just making sure because I mean he goes super at some point, I'm sure. but again, it's Super Shadow. It's not Super Hedgehog or Super Ultimate Life Form. So it's fine. Do your thing. But I was just curious because like Jesse's like question about only hedgehogs going super. Is Shadow technically a hedgehog? These are the things I expect you to know, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean they call him Shadow the Hedgehog, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what they call him in the 2006 game where they gave him a gun. I'm sorry, 2005 game.
It just seems like a courtesy though, because he looks a lot like a hedgehog,
yeah,
and he's meant to be like a yin to Sonic's yang.
yeah.
So what's the opposite of a hedgehog? Because it should be Shadow
Echidna?
Shadow the blank.
I think Echidna, because that's like the Australian version of a hedgehog.
Okay, so the opposite line is what, the equator or the
Yes,
or like the
like
international date line? Where's the cutoff?
like the opposite
Well, both.
of tails is Ty the
Heads.
Tasmanian Devil. You remember that
Oh.
game?
Yeah, I guess.
He's
God, imagine a game where he plays Shadow the Hedgehog, where he plays Knuckles the Echidna, followed by Taz the Tasmanian Devil as like your follow along guy.
Kind of cool, man. Yeah, he could be part of Team Chaotix, man. He's chaos.
and
He's chaotic.
what's that? His name
Quokka.
Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel.
Yes,
You remember that game?
Gonna say
there was-
no.
I
Then
do.
there was- There, Arrow the Acrobat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty was the Tasmanian Tiger. That's right.
Yeah, some bullshit.
I think there was a kangaroo game too.
Chaos the kangaroo.
Yeah, there you go.
KO the kangaroo. Something.
Yeah,
to that
KO
effect?
the kangaroo. There you go. You
Yeah.
could get the KO emeralds.
Ah,
I'm just imagining a cutscene of Shadow being like, "You're the faker," and then behind him is Taz going, like, wow.
I'd be into it.
Okay, that's good.
Oh man.
I just got so much spit everywhere.
God, it's like he's shitting clits over there.
You know who'd be great to play Taz in the live action Sonic 4 movie? Jim Carrey. They should just
I just got him.
More
and Ben
Jim
Schwartz.
Carreys.
eventually the whole movie is just Jim Carrey doing a bunch of crazy crap.
God,
Ugh.
yes.
I think I'm probably gonna go see that tomorrow. I've got
Oh.
the day off with my son.
I cried a bit. It was so good.
Oh, I
God,
can't
what
wait
is
to
with
see it.
you and crying at these Sonic movies?
It's Sonic.
I think I just cry at all movies now.
Yeah.
That's what
You're
I do.
easily manipulated, John. I mean, like, we know the little girl's gonna die. Is that what made you cry?
No. I'm not gonna say what I'm not
it's
gonna say
when,
what it was because I don't want to give anything away. But
When
Okay, if
kisses
you're
the
like
woman.
worried about spoiling what if you think I'm gonna cry at Sonic 3, I'm sorry, Johnny. It's not gonna happen. I cry at other things. I don't think I have it in me to cry at a Sonic movie. And that's not judging. I'm just I don't know.
you will. You'll have it in you, real deep.
Mm-hmm. God. Yeah, I can't wait.
just like
Anyway.
Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, those knuckles were deep inside. Anyway, yeah, Sonic 2 is good. I'll keep you posted as to how I feel about the movies.
Game 2.
All right, guys. So in this game's 39th level, the game's score requirement exceeds 2 raised to the 1024th power. That's approximately 180 centillion, or 18 million Google. And that's the largest number that can be represented in double precision floating point format, which causes the score to overflow to Nan. That's not a number. All right. How you jokers feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty jokery.
Good.
Pretty
Mhm.
ready to, fuck with Batman.
There you go. Johnny says, I'm assuming he says it this way, nerd! And Jesse says the correct answer of Balatro. Or is it Balatro?
There's
Balatro?
there's debate online, but I don't think.
Okay, well, I'm not interested in that.
My neighbor Balatro.
Oh man, exactly. That dog that delivered the medicine. Good old Balatro.
Wait, that's not the dog that ruins the guy's house because they're making those bullets to kill dogs.
Wait, what?
No, that's
Beethoven.
that's Beethoven.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's nowhere close to Balatro. It's a B, I guess, but the similarities.
Yeah, Beethoven
really
is surprisingly dark.
Like, I really don't want to. God, I watched Beethoven last year or in the last year with my
we
son.
talked about it.
Yeah, thinking it's a delightful kids movie, and no, it turns out it's dark.
Balto, that's it.
Yeah. I was making a Balto reference.
I picked up on John's Balto reference.
Yeah, Jesse went straight to testing out fucking bullets on Beethoven's skull.
God.
I forgot that Beethoven was
It's
written by the
so
same people that wrote Problem Child. It's a weird ass movie. But anyway, yeah, Balatro has nothing to do with Beethoven, like at all.
Move over, Beethoven. This is
Yeah.
Balatro.
Roll over Beethoven.
Okay.
Why does this game?
God.
So you said the third, you said
Here comes Johnny with the numbers. What do
I
you
gotta
wanna
know the
John?
math.
well, because you're talking about the max value represented in a double precision floating point value. Like, why?
Yes, I am.
Does this have fractional scores? Like, can you get 69.2 points? Like, why is it using floats for your scores?
That's a good question, Johnny. I don't know. So the game, it's like it's you're playing it's a card game, and the scoring is it's like poker hands, and you can add jokers that modify your scoring. And so there's two basic things that you're trying to max out to increase your score. Each hand that you play has chips, which are points, and mult, which is the multiplier. And so, like, you'll play a certain hand, you'll play, say, a straight flush, and that's 100 chips times 4 mult. And then each of the cards adds some extra chips, and then each of your jokers affects the cards and adds either some more chips or some more mult, or it's different conditions. And I have no intention of playing this game to the point that I will have to use numbers involving the letter E. But that's the whole thing. People are like, they've come up with these fucking, decks and had these runs where the conditions of the jokers act in such a way that you start getting into these insane, just like outrageously high scores. Hold on, let me pull it up, because there's like the list of like 39 is the theoretical limit of the levels right now, because the scoring required ends up at that like maxed out number, and there's just no way to go past that. But like I can't imagine the math that goes into even getting. I think I made it to like the 5th or 6th, and it's like at level 6 you have to score at least 20,000 in a hand or in a set of hands, and then in level 39 you're into the centillions. So it's like wow, what a crazy step up. But it's a really cool game, Johnny. I think you should probably, I don't know, you probably would get something out of it. You're a numbers guy. You'd probably fucking take a look at this and crack it faster than I did. I'm playing this kind of straight up like an honest little poker card game, and that's not the intention of the game. You're supposed to break it immediately. Like, I just don't know that stuff.
I saw this game on the eShop under the like Game Awards, section. Because I think it was won something.
It's like a real big game of 2024. It's like the kind of indie quiet hit of the year. Like, it's gotten a lot of fucking praise, and it's cool. Like, somebody was saying that Balatro should fucking replace like Solitaire or Free Cell on computers going forward. Like, this is a good game with a lot going on. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. That'd be really cool if I fucking broke another computer and had to buy a PC and Balatro was already on there. So it's a cool game, and I think you'd enjoy it, Johnny, because it's like there's so many ways to modify it. You got your deck and cards. Your jokers will modify the deck. Sometimes it'll duplicate a card, and so you can end up with multiple aces in the deck. And then you can, after each round, shop for like these tarot cards that affect things, and you can use those at certain moments to affect the game. And there's just so many different effects and multipliers and things. It's really it's really just a game with a lot of just replay value, because it's addictive as shit. It's like, okay, well, that was cool, and now I kind of you don't get to save your deck or anything. They call it a roguelike. Like, you start over every time. It's a roguelike solitaire poker game.
Shit.
Yeah, and
why
so
don't
like
they
you
just
don't
put that right there in the title?
I think they did. I think it said the description on Steam. But like it's you don't get to save anything. So like you just kind of acquire the knowledge of how to break the game and then have to apply it, but you get different jokers and different tarot cards every time. It's a fascinating little game. It's really cool. I've only played it for a little while, and I'm like, yeah, I could see how this could be addictive, especially for like the guy from A Beautiful Mind. Like, this would really bother some people to like have to fuck with these numbers and break this game. Like, because it's just, again, like, people have calculated out to like the theoretical maximum that the game can fucking handle. And, they're dying for an update that allows them to add more numbers to it. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I did see a meme where it was like, it's like the face of a graphing calculator with like an error on it. It's like, people are calling this the game of the year. Like Balatro game of the year, baby. uh, but it's pretty cool. The things that like I tried not to look up like max strats or whatever. I just wanted to go into it and learn it, take the game as it comes. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got the Joker that allows you to play a straight with gaps in it. So like I can do, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Like you can have a gap of one thing and still have it be a straight. And then you get multipliers for playing a straight, and then different things. Like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm playing it like, oh, these little jokers. That's what you use those to play these crazy poker hands. But it didn't occur to me that you can play 5 cards in a hand, and you pull up your little scoring list, and the top thing on there is straight flush. It never occurred to me to play a 5 of a kind. And because as far as I know, that's not a thing, but apparently that's where you really start getting into the crazy scoring. Like it's like, oh yeah, you play 5 aces, the game starts going crazy for you. I'm like, damn it. Why didn't I think to do that? Just because it's not listed on the list of scoreable hands. Why didn't I try it? The game is asking me to break it. And I don't know. It's kind of not thinking outside the box just yet. So I'm looking forward to playing it some more.
You've been given consent, so you can be very rough with this game.
Okay. I appreciate it. I like when games make it very clear. It does say, like I said, in like the Steam description, it's all about making illegal poker hands. And I'm a lawful man. I just don't like doing things that are illegal. 5 aces. That's just that's taboo.
God, could you imagine Hank Hill playing this game?
Boilatro? But yeah, it's a cool game. I mean, Johnny, I really do. Be careful, because it is very addictive, and
it'll tear your family apart, Johnny.
It really will, Johnny. I know your wife. She hates numbers, and you bringing more numbers into the house won't be good for your marriage, man.
I told you, just stop bringing numbers in this goddamn house.
Yeah, and God, once you get out of these, these weirdly notated numbers with letters in them, and you're starting to deal with, Nan, not a number, extended into infinity, and you break the game. She's gonna be like, wait, so you bought a game about numbers and you fucked up the numbers? Nasty man, just fucking ruining this game with overly gigantic numbers. How many fucking digits are in that number? Ew.
A lot.
But yeah, it's a really cool game. It's worth picking up and playing for at least a little while. It deserves all the fucking like awards it gets, just because it's just it's funny thinking about like the Game Awards. I think the Game Award, Astrobot won, so like you get your big Sony thing, and then you got something just big and full blown like production, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then you got this weird fucking calculator game made by like a guy that actually everybody played more than anything this year. It's like, that's a I like the story in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I did spend 400 hours just playing weird cards. Yeah. I see your point.
I think I need to play this game and maybe give this guy a call, because I've written my own like code library for dealing with arbitrarily large numbers before.
Here we go.
So like,
yes.
There's no reason
Johnny,
for there to be a real limit.
Could you be the one to give Balatro DLC?
Yeah.
Could you give Balatro the DLC to add additional numbers? Yeah, exactly. Oh God.
And get him on the show.
I would love that. I will just sit back and not talk. If Johnny and the Balatro man want to hang out and talk about, irrational numbers and shit, please make a whole thing of it.
Yeah, imaginary numbers.
Yeah, fucking God. It's
a tuna joker.
That would be the ultimate thing, Johnny. If you can befriend this guy and get a tuna themed Joker into the game, or any a Joker that references any of the Game That Tune,
Rodney Arthur,
right? If you get Rodney Arthur in there, or like the George Lucas Dick Slam Joker or something, like just fucking communicate with this man and make it happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking up the link now to the code library I wrote. I'm gonna paste the link in the chat here in case anybody wants to, do that.
Yeah, I bet they will. But yeah, it's a cool game. It's got a real basic soundtrack, just one song with some modifications to it. I like all the challenges. I like the tarot cardness of it. The jokers are kind of fun to look at, and yeah, man, I don't plan to get addicted to this game. That's the thing. I've said that about many things in the past, but I feel like I can walk away from this game if I get good enough at the game to just kind of beat the base game. You beat the base game at like level 8, and then after that, it's like endless mode with theoretical numbers. If I can get past level 8, I'll feel really great about myself and be able to walk away from Balatro very satisfied. I'm a math guy, but I'm not a Johnny math guy. I'm not good at fucking crazy out there math. I didn't fucking get into calculus and shit. I stopped at like accounting work. So yeah, I'm a rational numbers kind of guy. This game, if I can get to the point where I break a single number, I'll feel really good. But yeah, it's cool, man. I'm really digging it. So yeah. You heard it here first, folks. Balatro, very good game. Game's been out for almost a year.
3.
All right. So this game was critically acclaimed when it was released on the Jaguar, with critics praising the graphics, gameplay, and soundtrack. It was often been called one of the greatest games released for the Jaguar. And as of 1st of April 1995, the Jaguar version has sold more than 30,000 copies during its lifetime, making it one of the best-selling games for the system. All right, gentlemen. Let's see some answers or guesses. I don't
One
know.
of the games for the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah, there's a few. Oh, let's see. Oh man, John says Trevor McFur. That's incorrect. Johnny says Tempest 2000. That is correct. It says Tempest 2000.
What
it
a name.
is, yeah, it is. It is a sequel to the original game Tempest, which was an arcade game. Um, the developer who made Tempest, um, he said he designed that game based on a dream he kept having, where he was trying to climb out of a pit with like a devil chasing him. Um, and so I've been learning a lot about Atari lately.
Why?
So I picked up the Atari 50 collection. It's like a
Okay.
it's like a really fascinating like museum tour that's also playable. So like you're like going around seeing all like the different like old Atari arcade machines, and then there's like a video about like, did the people in Atari do drugs? And it's got these two old guys, and they're like we we'd like to say we're pretty sure there was not any drug use at the Atari offices. And then they would go to like another old guy, and he was like, as soon as we closed the door, we were lighting up fucking joints, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I can remember being on mushrooms and writing the most ingenious code for a game I have ever seen. and that we made that game the very next week, and it was incredible.
Awesome.
Like it's such a fun and it's cool because you see like the things, and then you're like, oh, and now I can just play it. So it's like going to a museum, and they just have like the machine set up, but it's on your TVs. And
I'm trying to imagine a world where your wife asks, "Hey, when are you gonna be home from work?" And you're like, "I'm not sure, hon. I just did mushrooms."
It's gonna be a late night, honey. Fucking Nolan Bushnell got an 8-ball, and we're gonna fucking design Centipede later.
Like, what an era! Oh my god.
Yeah, fucking living like kings, baby.
yeah, it's cool. And like the Jaguar, obviously, like so. Atari got a lot of bad stuff happen to them.
Like the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah, like the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah. Which, real quick, I'm sorry, I'm just reading in the chat. The old jaded gamer is letting us know that there's only one game that would have made sense for this because there were only 2 Atari Jaguar games that even had music.
I thought Jaguar Doom had music, right?
Okay, I mean, I'm deferring to the chat expertise on this one. Obviously, I didn't have the Atari Jaguar, but
you didn't?
No, imagine that.
Yeah.
No, but I just like music. Obviously, is such a big part of games for me. I can't imagine releasing a console and not having all your games be capable of having music. I don't understand how that could be a thing. Like. He's saying Tempest and Wolfenstein 3D. And then along came Doom, too little, too late. So there's the clarification, Johnny. But yeah, like, fucking, if you fuck up and make a console that's not capable of having music in the games, like, yeah, no, just don't. Fucking go the way of the Amico. Like, just don't release that shit. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know we said there was going to be a system called the Atari Jaguar. It's not happening. But it will happen. It's definitely coming at some point. They shouldn't have released this system.
I remember going into like Babbage's in the mall and seeing like video of like Jaguar games and being like, that Alien versus Predator game looks fucking awesome. But like, those things were so expensive, and
I think I only ever read about it in like Electronic Gaming Monthly. It's like, wow, that's a cool logo, and the name Atari Jaguar sounds cool. The Jacksonville Jaguars weren't yet a thing, so they had something. They had lightning in a bottle with the Jaguar, and then with the synergy with the Lynx. I mean, come on, Atari in their big cat phase. It was good.
I remember the advertising for the Jaguar because I remember seeing an ad in a magazine of like a giant elephant behind a tree. That was like, can you see this elephant behind the tree? Then you can see why 64 bits is better than 16 bits by the Jaguar.
Like, that makes sense, baby.
Like that.
That's a very comic book in the 90s ad.
It's funny because their handheld was the Lynx.
I love the
also
Lynx.
a cat. So and there's a few Lynx games on that collection, which is neat.
It got Toki?
Does it have Toki? No, it has Basket Brawl and
nice.
And like Space Invaders Asteroids and some volleyball game. Beach volleyball.
I only ask about Toki. I'll give you one guess. The only Lynx game I ever played.
Toki.
It's Toki, yes. Yeah. Fun game. And man, that Atari Lynx could eat some fucking batteries.
yeah, it could.
Good times.
But Tempest 2000 is really neat. It's it's a Jeff Minter game, so it's gonna look wild, sound wild, because that's what he likes to do at Llamasoft. Weird, wacky visuals and fascinating sounds.
Oh man, he looks like a fucking guy. I'm sorry, I'm on the wiki page and I hovered over the developer Llamasoft, and that page is just the page for Jeff Minter.
Yeah,
and this guy looks like a game developer from the 90s. Might have done some mushrooms at Atari.
the people who did this 50-year thing for Atari, they also did a one just on Jeff Minter's games. So
nice.
I want to pick that up eventually, but but yeah, the Tempest is a really fun arcade game though. Like, have you guys ever played any of the Tempest games?
Oh yeah, I've definitely played some of the original Tempest or like
Yeah.
ports of it. Never played 2000 though.
It's cool.
Was it only on the Jaguar? Did it ever make it onto anything else?
No, it was on the Sega Saturn.
Johnny, you could have played it there.
Right? God damn it.
MS.
This game was so doomed.
It was on MS DOS.
There you go. It went straight to DOS, Johnny.
Macintosh.
Man, oh my god.
This is just
Now
a Johnny
the
game for
excuses
you.
are out the window.
Yeah.
This was on every Johnny console.
And PlayStation, but that was called Tempest X3.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I've never played Tempest. I feel like I saw it at an arcade at some point and I didn't get it. Like, it's kind of, if you, I don't know, like, it doesn't really pull you in and make you understand the game.
there's
If
like
you're just-
a
Like, I'm talking 1981 Tempest. It's
Yeah.
like,
you
this
just move
looks
around.
interesting.
You move
but-
around a big hole and shoot stuff into the hole to make sure
Mhm.
stuff isn't coming out of the hole.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a good whole game.
Yeah, it is a very good hole game.
Yeah. I mean, it's would you say Tempest is on the Mount Rushmore of whole games?
Ooh. Maybe because like there's
What-
a lot of different
what else
holes.
is on the Mount
He had to
Rushmore
think for a
of
minute.
whole
He had to
games?
think for just a couple of seconds. The other candidates for the Mount Rushmore of whole
I mean, there's
games.
a lot of whole games. Like Portal would probably be on there. you
Oh.
know,
Portal is the king and
Yeah.
queen of whole games.
of whole
Yeah.
games.
You know,
Um,
two fantastic holes in that game.
Um,
Never
Donut
shall
County?
they meet. Donut County was the one I was going to say. My son was literally playing that.
it's a
last
great whole
week.
game.
He fucking loves Donut County.
Yeah.
Mario Golf.
Any game with golf.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Someone would probably say like Neo Turf Master. That's a popular whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But or Kirby's Dream Course. That's a pretty good whole game.
Yeah, I guess. It's got golf holes in Kirby. I don't know. Like, you know. I would say a normal Kirby game. I would say Kirby himself is something of a hole.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. he's
So,
a-
like, Dream Course,
hole.
you're trying to hit Kirby into a hole, but Kirby himself is a bit of a hole. So, like, any Kirby game is a pretty good hole game.
yeah.
So they should make a
is
Kirby
bit of a
Tempest.
hole.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
god.
a bit of a hole. They should make a Kirby themed Tempest where you're trying to. Wait. So
Maybe here's my pitch.
Would it be food trying to crawl out of the pit?
No, so
that's the thing, yeah, because you're
So-
trying to stop things from getting out of the thing. So you're trying to stop things from escaping Kirby. Like,
you're a dentist, and Kirby's got some kind of fucked up teeth going on in his mouth.
oh
and
no,
So, like you gotta like
Oh, no.
fly around the side and like kill like the weird teeth as they're trying to escape and stuff. And
Mm-mm. I don't want to
So-
think about Kirby's teeth. I've
Kirby,
I've seen the picture of Kirby's feet. I don't want to think about Kirby's teeth.
Kirby
Like-
dentist.
What is
Oh,
crazy,
God.
Jesse? As soon as you said the guy came with this game because it was based on like a dream he kept having, I immediately thought of like a teeth falling out dream. Like,
Oh,
Dude,
there you go.
man, you want to talk some crazy shit? I had a teeth falling out dream like 2 days ago. Yeah, I woke up like upset, and I'm like, oh, thank God, my teeth didn't all just fall out.
Here are
Man.
the type of dreams I've been having lately is where like I'm trying to like do stuff, but I can't like open my eyes all the way. Like as soon as I open them, they like go shut, like I'm trying to fall back asleep.
Right.
And everyone's really upset that I won't do things. Like they're like, you need to drive over here. And I'm like, motherfucker, my eyes keep fucking closing. I can't drive.
Look at me. I'm in
anywhere."
the middle of a nap. Like, oh God, that's man, yeah.
It's
Johnny, what
upsetting.
kind of nightmares have you been having lately?
no, just the usual. Pets dying, teeth falling out.
Word.
Yeah, the standards.
Yeah, no, I really did. Like the other night, I had a teeth falling out dream where, like, I took my son to school, and then as I was walking away from the school, I was like, oh God, and like half of my top teeth came out looking like a Nature Valley granola bar. Like a big crunchy mass just fell out of my
Oh,
mouth. I'm like,
no.
oh God, oh no. And then, I like the rest of the dream is me in my car looking at myself in the rearview mirror with like half my face all fucked up and just being like, oh, this is so fucking embarrassing. I gotta go to work. Oh God, this is gonna cost so much to fix. And then like at some point I like went, wait a minute. I'm asleep. And I fucking like woke up and was like, God damn, I hate those fucking teeth falling out dreams.
So wait,
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
in your teeth falling out dreams, like, do you feel the teeth falling out? Because that for me is the worst part. Is like,
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting there like, oh, I got something in my teeth. Oh, I go
Yeah.
to pick my teeth and all of my teeth fall out.
it's like your mouth feels like it's full of marbles, except it's your
Yes.
loose teeth.
Right, exactly. For me, again, they all come out in one piece. I've got anxiety, like my teeth are dentures and they fall out.
They turn into peanut brittle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at my fucking self in the mirror and like, the fronts of my front teeth are gone. It's just like nerve and pulp.
I just
Oh.
imagine your teeth coming out like Roger Rabbit style, like.
Yeah, God. See, if that happened, I would have woken up and I wouldn't have felt any anxiety. I'd be like, "Whoa, what a wacky dream!" But instead, it's like
I'm a cartoon
man, yeah.
character.
I wake up and I'm like, I should brush my teeth better. Like, I clearly have
I
I
need
have tooth
floss.
anxiety. So, like I said, the rest of that dream was just me being really upset that I'm gonna have to pay for my teeth to get fixed and go to work and explain it to people. It was real anxiety at play at that tooth dream.
Do you think when the dentist numbs you up, they're really injecting future dreams about your teeth falling out, so you wake up and go like, "Oh shit, I should floss."
That's probably right. That's it. God, fucking dentist, man.
Fucking
filling
like
my head with-
incepting you.
Yeah. Maybe that's what happens. You go under for a fucking like a root canal, and they fucking fill your head with like brush your teeth better fucking dreams. Nasty profession. God, dentists, awful, squalid lot.
Quacks.
Anyway, yeah. Speaking of nasty things, the Atari Jaguar. Man, yeah. What
I like.
all this because I suggested they should do a Kirby themed Tempest. I was trying to figure out where he got to teeth. I was like, wait, backtrack, run it back. How did I get to describing my tooth dreams? Kirby's teeth.
Jesse, I like
Right.
how earlier you said Atari kept having bad things happen to it, but like, was it that bad things were happening to Atari, or was Atari making bad things happen to them?
Probably a little bit of both.
You
Yeah.
know?
Um,
like, because I remember they had the 2600, that was great, and then I think they released the 5200, and it wasn't backwards compatible, and like that was kind
Yeah.
of a big issue.
that was stupid. And then the 78-200 or 7800 was like just underpowered and stuff. Like the Lynx, I feel like the Lynx was starting to figure things out because there was some good stuff on there, and that was some actually decent hardware. Like the graphics were pretty good on it, and the backlit screen, like you had no other handheld with a backlit screen at the time. It was just kind of big and bulky, but then they released a second version that wasn't as bulky.
What year did
And-
the 7200 come out? Wasn't that like 83 or 84 or something?
Oh no, the 78. I think that was like maybe 87 or 89.
Oh, okay. Because
'Cause
I was wondering how long of a gap they had between the 70 whatever 100 and the Jaguar, right? Going from barely 8-bit to 64 bits.
Right, man. Those 64 real bits.
86.
86.
Yeah.
So they didn't release console between 86 and 94.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Oh my god.
Ballsy move.
But they did have Ninja Golf on the 7800, which is a very awesome game. Like they need to remake that. It's like you start out, you're a ninja, you hit the ball, and then wherever the ball lands, you have to run to get the ball and fight off other ninjas. So it's a golf / beat 'em up.
Dope.
It's delightful.
Hell yeah.
Are the courses ninja themed, or is this all taking
No,
place
it's
on a
like on,
normal golf
like-
course?
Like fucking that golf course in Georgia or whatever. It's all like stuff like that.
Okay, good. So there's no women and very few minorities.
Yeah, I was like, that golf course in Jersey, you mean Augusta? Augusta
Right.
National?
There's no way they would let a ninja into Augusta, Jesse. Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
only
Johnny
let-
used to work for PGA
yeah. Come on, man.
Pebble Beach or whatever. I don't know.
God. You know,
I guess I
fucking
could have.
Augusta
could've-
allowed women in after minorities, man. Like, storied history of Augusta National.
I could have mentioned the one I live next to. Fucking was it Sawgrass for the
Yeah,
players?
TPC, baby.
TPC
Yeah.
Sawgrass.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Good,
Um,
good fucking golf course. No racist history
Yeah.
apart from the inherent racist history of golf.
No extra racism.
Exactly.
Just
yeah.
the baseline.
Exactly. There's that base racism baked into golf that definitely would not allow ninjas to participate.
And
But-
the Lynx came out in '89.
Okay, so they thought they could go from 7800 to a handheld to PlayStation defeater, and
Wild.
no, it didn't happen. Yeah, awesome, good for
Well,
them.
they had 64-bit, John.
64 bitch.
Yeah.
And apparently what it was like, it actually wasn't like a 64-bit processor. It was
No.
just like
Oh,
two
Johnny
or
can give you a
something.
breakdown of how this isn't true.
Oh God, I have to look it up again, but I do think it was like dual 2 32-bit chips,
Right,
codenamed
they
like,
called it 64-bit, but it was just two 32-bit chips. It's not
Yeah,
right.
and they named them like Tom and Jerry or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was
Like,
something like that. It was weird. I've learned so much
Uh,
about Atari.
I love it. Yeah, do they include like Atari's fucked up, like kind of loserly history in the?
Oh yeah,
Atari
yeah.
56?
It talks.
Okay,
about
cool. The downfall.
the ups and downs.
Okay, good. I thought they were just telling the legend.
No. Because
Very good.
Because they have some of the crappier games on here too. So,
Good.
it's like it's a good museum, a playable museum.
Yeah,
Tempest 2000 is a highlight,
awesome.
much like
Yeah.
the next game probably will be.
Jury's out on that one. We'll just see about that.
Game 4.
All right, guys. So, despite being released with only 4 playable boards and never receiving DLC or an update, this game is the best-selling game in this series and one of the top 10 best-selling Switch games. All right, how you feeling?
Super.
Yeah.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, so Johnny says Mario Party Superstars, which is a different game than Super Mario Party that Jesse said. Jesse has the correct answer. It's Super Mario Party. Yes. Super Mario Party, the best-selling game in the Mario Party series, the number 9 selling Switch game of all time with 21 million copies sold. Impressive sales for a game that I think, I'm not going to say it stinks, but it does not have as much to it as I would have liked in a Mario Party game on the Switch. In fact, we discussed this on Game That Tune way back in 2019, and I was lamenting the fact that they had recently announced that there was going to be an update to the game, and they everybody thought it was going to be like a big update with downloadable boards, and turns out it was just like bug fixes. There was never any update or DLC to the game.
Oh, man.
You know, so the game came and went with 4 boards, period. And some other modes and things, you know, little things that use the Switch Joy-Cons for HD Rumble games, things like that. But yeah, 4 fucking boards in a Mario Party game. Not nearly enough. Yeah. And you know, Jesse, did you you probably, been years since this came out. You probably played some of Super Mario Party at some point. I'm sure you don't remember it specifically.
It's either this one or the one that came after it that I purchased.
Okay, so did the one that you played have past boards or was it new boards?
I think it had mostly past boards.
Yeah, that was Superstars,
Okay.
which I went over better with me. I wasn't necessarily looking for just a compilation of old Mario Party games, but I feel like Mario Party, Super Mario Party, the first one that came out on Switch, should have kind of followed like like a Mario Kart DS kind of, thing. They should have had some new stuff and a couple of old things. Instead, they just did, I'll give them credit. Super Mario Party was all new things, 4 new boards, 80 new mini games, things specifically utilizing the Switch. They weren't playing in nostalgia. They gave us a brand new game. They just never added anything to it. And then within a couple of years, they announced Mario Party Superstars, which is all old boards, classic, redos of boards from, the previous games, all the classic mini games. And my brain the whole time was like, this should be DLC for Mario Party. Like, this should be Super Mario Party's DLC. And they've got me on the hook. I'm going to pay for it. I fucking love playing Mario Party games. I have a kid. I'm going to play fucking Mario Party. Yeah. Like, I say they should have done this, but they had me on the hook anyway. I've bought everything they fucking, push at me. Like, if there's a Mario Party game coming out, I either bought it or received it as a gift at some point. I have the fucking new one, the, Super Jamboree. Like,
They're proving their point.
They really are. They've got me, man. They really got my balls in a vice grip with this series. Because I enjoy it, but man, the kid really enjoys it. So
wait, the game or vice grip balls?
My son really loves putting my balls in a vice grip.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's one of the games in Mario Party Jamboree.
Oh, okay.
you gotta use the HD Joy-Con to fucking tighten that vice grip, not squish the balls.
I don't like you doing the Shawn Michaels thing over there.
Yeah, it's a rarely it's Mario Party, but they have Manhunt 2 boards in there.
Manhunt 2.
There's some testicular destruction in this game.
Oh my god, what a rock star!
Yeah, Rockstar Games presents Super Mario Party. Jesus Christ.
Manhunt board game.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they should do Rockstar Party, shouldn't they? Grand Theft Party? Like,
you could be the kid from Bully.
Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking Rockstar Party with a Grand Theft Auto board, a fucking Red Dead board, a Bully board, and a Manhunt board. And then just for the real sickos, table tennis board.
Oh yeah, and all the mini games are table tennis.
Yeah, all the mini games are strictly table tennis.
But for the real sickos, you get to do a Space Station Silicon Valley board.
See,
yes,
that's the deep cut board.
That's a DMA design board, baby. That's not even a Rockstar board. That's some real sicko shit. God, that would be good, man.
I have a soft spot for that game.
We should talk to Rockstar, man. Maybe they would make a party game.
Yeah.
Stop making Grand Theft Auto 6 and fucking start making Rockstar Party. I would play that. Yeah, I'd be way into that. God, imagine a really good like company-based party game that's not Mario Party for the first time in however many years. When's the last time you
Rockstar?
And it's Rockstar,
right?
Because like Square had that one with Dragon Quest and stuff, and Mario characters in it too.
Well, that had Nintendo characters in it too.
Sega had that one on the Dreamcast 23 or so years ago.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Sonic Shuffle?
Yeah, Sonic Shuffle. And
There's
there
the
was
Muppets Party Cruise.
I feel like Sony had some kind of PlayStation All-Stars party game of some type.
Well, that was a fighting thing.
Oh, it was a fighting game. Okay.
Well, yeah, they definitely had PlayStation Smash. I didn't know if they made a party game. I would have probably played that. Now, if Sony wanted to release like Astrobots Party, I'd fucking probably play that too.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
But anyway,
Balatro Party.
Man. Imagine a game that wouldn't go over with my son whatsoever. Like having a party game that all the boards are tarot card themed and all the fucking action is calculator problems.
Oh God, yes. Oh God.
Cool.
Oh, Microsoft Office Party.
Yeah.
You get to play Excel.
Oh geez. But yeah, Super Mario Party was fine. I mean, I played it and then I played Superstars. And I have been playing Jamboree recently. It's been Christmas break. I've had time to play games again. And, I'll give Super Mario Party, also this ding. They brought in a mechanic that kind of broke the game in Super Mario Party and now fully broke the game in Jamboree. You get these allies as you play the game. Like sometimes you land on a space in Super Mario Party and it's like, oh, you can add an ally to your team. And it's just like another character following you. I'm playing as Luigi, and it's like, hey, Wario is just going to be following you around the entire game now. And in Super Mario Party, it lets you have the choice of like each character has their own dice. And it's like, okay, well, like Luigi's dice only has, you have the normal dice, which is 1 to 10. And then you have Luigi's dice that only rolls, 4 through whatever. And then Wario's dice, it like rolls high numbers, but also it takes some coins from you. So like, it's like a gamble that, you have to try to play off. It's an interesting little partner system. Jamboree, the new one, it fully breaks the game. Like they have the little buddies float down, and if you pass them on the board, it gives the player that gets the buddy a game-breaking level of power in the game. Like, so you have to play a long-ass minigame. Whoever wins the minigame gets the buddy. And then you've got the fucking Jamboree buddy following you around, and you can do everything on the board. Whenever you land on it or pass it, it happens twice. So you can buy 2 stars in 1 turn.
Whoa.
Every time you land on a lucky space and it spins the roulette wheel for like a free item, it spins it a second time and you get double items. You can fucking go to the boo space and steal 2 stars. Like, it's just like, okay, well, this is unfair. And it's especially unfair playing with a 6-year-old because I get the buddy every time and he's pissed. And I can't take it easy on the kid and let him have the ally. Like, that just wouldn't be. It would give him an unfair expectation of being able to win the game. Like, no, I've got to be merciless in Mario Party to this poor young man. Just fucking, and yeah, we were playing one and like the final score, we did it where it's like me, him, 2 computer players. I'm like, son, let's just fuck up these computer players and we'll both get as many stars as possible. I got 15 stars. He got 6. And the computer players got like none. We played a 30-turn fucking game of Mario Party, and he was still mad. He's like, the fuck? Like, I can't believe you got the buddy. I'm like, yeah, sorry, man. I didn't know it was going to break the game that bad. But yeah, it's they keep trying to add things to the game, and some of them are a hit, and some of them aren't. But Super Mario Party, they just didn't really add anything to the game. They did the buddies, but I guess it was good that it didn't break the game in that case, but they just didn't do enough. Super Mario Party needed DLC. They needed more than 4 boards. Because the boards that it had were just like, kind of boring boards. You had like the Babam Mine, you had a Thwomp Ruins, you had a Kamek like Golden Tower that involves like a gotcha game to get your stars, and then there was the board that didn't have any of that shit, but it was just the most generic one. It was Mega Fruit Paradise, and you're just running around on giant fruits. It's just like a bunch of fruit, and I love fruit. Don't get me wrong.
I would love to go to a grocery store called Mega Fruit Paradise.
Exactly. That probably
Or
it's
a
like
theme park.
See, I mean, Mega Fruit Paradise is the name of so many nice things that aren't a board in Mario Party. Like,
It's a great
if it was
smoothie
like,
place.
yeah, a great smoothie restaurant, a grocery store that sells like really big good fruit, or even just like strictly organic fruit or cheap fruit. Who knows? Who knows in what way these fruits are mega? It could just be a fantastic farmer's market. But yeah, it's not a great Mario Party board because it's just fucking it's like just 4 big piles of fruit that you run around. It's not the most inspired Mario theme. So I don't know. It's a fun game, and I am a sucker for Mario Party. So that's the thing. I'll never go back to it. Like, they put out 2 more fucking Mario Party games on the Switch. I'm just gonna keep playing the newest one. But it was the fan request. That's why we featured it. God, I was like, why are we talking about this? Oh, right. Fan request. We got this request in Discord from David167 with, hold on, the very detailed, hot take. This fan request, like I said, David167 and his message, this game should have had DLC. Straight and to the point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
I fully agree.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's it's true. He's right. Fully agree. The Mario Party game with only 4 boards, unacceptable. So, fun games though. Love a good Mario Party. We got to get together and play the new one at some point. Johnny, did you ever buy the new one?
No, I still need to. I definitely accidentally bought Super Mario Party intending to buy Mario Party Superstars. I wish they had named these a little bit differently. I found it very confusing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially now that it's not just Super Mario Party. Now that there's been Super Mario Party, and then in the middle after that Mario Party Superstars, and now they've gone back to the Super Mario Party name and added Jamboree onto it. Yeah, they're not making it very clear what's what. I mean, obviously the names are different, but like to the layman, Johnny, it's not very clear what you got here. But yeah. One thing I will say also, I was playing Western Land. Western Land from Mario Party 2 comes back in Super Mario Party, and they've made one devastating change to Western Land. And I'll give you one guess what it involves, Johnny. You know me, you know us, you know Western Land. How did they fuck up the Hootenannies?
They got rid of the Hootenanny?
No, they did not.
Okay.
It's still there. But you have to land on the space.
Oh,
you can't just keep calling everybody over on every single turn. You can't ruin the game by calling everybody for fucking hootenannies over and over and over again. You have to land on the space in order to initiate a hootenanny. It's I don't know. It's frustrating. I feel like I need a setting to turn that back to classic mode, like game ruining mode.
Yeah.
And I need to be able to pay the money as long as I've got it and draw everybody back to the hootenanny bar. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a fine update of Western Land, but that didn't sit right with me. I played a whole game on that board. I didn't land on the fucking space once. There was never a hootenanny. It felt wrong. So I don't know. We'll get there. We'll play that together at some point. We'll find a way to tweak the block to keep landing on the hootenanny space no matter what. But anyway, Johnny, let's wrap it up. Hit the calculating computer.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is... Jesse Moore.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, no surprise there. fucking, Jesse the King Moore taking over in the new year.
That's right.
Yeah. Fucking, man, I would love to say I was surprised, but I'm not, because you're great, Jesse. Happy New Year. Welcome
Thank
back. You're starting the new year on the right foot, and let's continue the new year on a strong foot, perhaps your left foot. So give us a theme for our next episode.
So thinking about Atari 50, it's a pretty good collection of games and different things. So how about we just use the word collection? And it can be like a game where you collect things like monsters or cards, or it could just be a game that maybe has a collection of games in them. Like maybe like, Action 52 or something like that.
Mm.
Or like, there's all sorts of ways you could spin this. Maybe this is an important game in your personal game collection. If you want to bring that as your part of the collection, that could work too.
I don't know about that one, but I like those other things you said. Games about collecting, or game collections. Those are good things. But like, no, a game that's part of your personal collection. I'm gonna nix that as part of the theme. Like,
Okay.
Any game you own was wow, what a theme.
You own, well,
Bullshit.
Yeah. I was looking up like prices on some of my old games, and I don't have anything valuable, but apparently, as part of my personal collection, I've learned that Mega Man 5 is my most valuable NES game. That is to say, I don't have a valuable collection of NES games, but somehow Mega Man 5 is the more pricey and expensive collector's item in my NES collection. I don't know why. Just weird, but that's just me talking through collection talk while Jesse's doing his room tour for the Twitch crowd. But yeah, so games, collection games that are a collection of games, or games that feature collection. It's good. It's very good, Jesse. It's many games.
yeah.
And many fantastic classic games. Like that's just a solid theme. Because there was a time where that would be so many games that I played and owned, and it was like what I like to do in games. Games where you collect things feels good. The little jingle of a coin or a ring when you collect it, man. Scoring points for things. Maybe that's why I was enjoying playing Balatro, because it's been a while since I played a game where you score points. Feels good to see a number go up. Feels good to collect things. So good.
Tell that to
good
me
theme.
playing Donkey Kong 64 back in the day. That was
I mean, I was determined to get through it. There was a lot to collect. Every single various colored banana.
Which our voicemail, that was what the voicemail was banana, and then Johnny is, oh my goodness, guys,
Wow.
we did it.
Full
We did it.
circle.
Banana.
Hey guys, you did it. I'm so proud. Bye bye.
Bananas.
Wow, we made it, full circle. 2 bananas. What a thing. So yeah, next week's theme, collections. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. So man, what a show, what a night, guys. Great episode. Welcome back. Happy New Year again. Thanks for making the show, and thanks to our Twitch audience for watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night, twitch.tv/GameThatTune, 9 p.m. Eastern. We love seeing you guys in the chat room, chatting with you. A lot of great people showing up tonight. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. Twitch.tv/GameThatTune for the live edition. We want to thank everybody listening in podcast form. Podcasts come out Tuesday mornings at GameThatTune.com or anywhere that you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys listening, rating, reviewing, subscribing, sharing it with your friends, digging on the Game That Tune podcast. Still going. What a thing it is that we're continuing to do. So keep on enjoying it, and we'll keep making it. We want to thank everybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune, where you help us keep the show going. Your money pays for our servers and our equipment, and from time to time our groceries. We really do appreciate it. So fucking keep it up. Patreon.com/GameThatTune. If you love us, throw us a couple of bucks. I'm not even saying a couple. You can throw us $1. I love anybody that throws us $1. So Patreon, fantastic support that we get there, and we appreciate it. We really, of course, on Patreon appreciate our Patreon Absurd fans: Daniel Perky, Sam L, Phoenix Tier 2121, Beast Pond, HCO, and Spanky McMasters.
Oh shit!
That's the appreciation sound. Were you trying to punctuate that with a sound, Johnny, or did you forget that your soundboard was up and you tried to type something?
I was trying to type something.
I love it. Oh, that's good stuff. We'll declare Tim Allen the official grunt of Patreon. So yeah, anytime we thank the Patreon Absurd fans, we'll decry the liberal elites in Hollywood and fucking play the grunt. Check out Patreon. We love you guys. Want to once again thank our requester this week, David167 in Discord. Discord's the place to make your fan requests. That's a great place. You can also email us or whatever, GameThatTune@gmail.com. But Discord's way better. Email's played out. Come chat with us in the Discord and hang out and make your requests. We love seeing you guys there. That's gonna just about do it. So Jesse, man, I bet you've got fantastic bonus tunes to ring in the new year. You got a perfectly normal look on your face. This is gonna be a great thematic bonus tune that we've got to start us off on the right foot for 2025 on Game That Tune. So what do we got, man?
So it's not really about the theme of the next show, but I've been playing a game that's been fairly popular, I would say, called Marvel Rivals, and it's a lot of fun. So I was like, I want to play some kind of Marvel song, and I was trying to think what I could do, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm a weirdo. So there was a band in 1972 that released an album all about different Marvel characters, and it's like this weird psychedelic. It almost sounds like if you mixed Cream with like parts of the Johnny Quest intro. And so this particular song is their song about the Fantastic Four. The band was called Icarus. So if you want to look this up, 1972 Icarus Marvel. All the songs are just cheesy and not great, but it's fun to listen to with friends. So
hell yeah. So we love Marvel music from the 70s, and we love you guys for listening. Peace out, everybody.
I'm gonna tell you a story about an invisible girl, toads, a thing and more. You got Mr. Fantastic, now his body's elastic, got the Fantastic Four. Take a pogo plane, computer brain, fantastic car and more, stack them all together in a penthouse pad. Got the Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four. Don't you ever try to trick them. They'll bounce you straight outside the door, just the way you can lick them. Now Van Grimm is strong, Sue belongs to Reed. Now he can stretch it more. And when Sue's kid brother yells, flame on, got the Fantastic Four. A weird looking face from outer space called Skrull. Now he chilled Reed to the core. But his plans to enslave, send them to the grave, were upset by the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four. Nobody can wipe them. Even had a bottle with a green skin freak. Dr. Doom can't stop on them. Ow! the door. Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four. Don't you ever try to trick 'em. They'll bounce you straight outside the door. There's just no way you can lick 'em. Ah, you better believe it now. There ain't nobody like these people. I'm the
Okay, so I said this in the chat, but I'm going to repeat it here. During the Fantastic Four movie, when they show that opening Marvel, logo,
yeah.
this song absolutely needs to play.
That would
Yeah.
be real neat.
It has to. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is copyright 1992, Sega Games Company Limited. Balatro is copyright 2024, PlayStack. Tempest 2000 is copyright 1995, Atari Corporation. Super Mario Party is copyright 2018, Nintendo Company Limited.